Colorado High School Activities Association football is on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network this afternoon from Rifle High School. It is the opening round of the Class 2A football playoffs as the Brush Bee Diggers take on the Rifle Bears. I'm John Beltran. The Bee Diggers have won the toss, but they have deferred. They'll be on defense. Brush out of the Patriot East, 4-1 in league play, 6-3 overall. While Rifle, 7-1. Check that, 9-1. Let me not change them. 9-1 out of the Western Slope, and they were 5-0 in league play. The Bee Diggers lost to Rifle here September 22nd, 28-14. Eric Rico with a short kick. It's going to be caught at the 26-yard line, and a seam across the 35 to the 39. A 13-yard return as the opening kickoff, brought to you by Buildings by Design. The return man, Omar Silva, who had a big touchdown in that two-touchdown victory, although, as we discussed with Coach Rosenbrock, even off-air, that was a 20-14 game in the fourth quarter when Rifle scored on a fluke, a blocked field goal that landed in the hands of the holder, and the holder ran it in. Logan Gross, he's the weapon. 17 carries for 167 yards and 2 touchdowns. First meeting, quarterback draw. Gross to his left. Gross is going nowhere. Actually spun out of it a little bit, but only a pickup of about 3 yards. Richie Bruno made the play on the 6'5", 175-pound quarterback who ran wild against the Bee Diggers in the first meeting. And this is what the Bee Diggers have got to do. You've got to contain Logan Gross. Significant weapon, second down and 7 to go. With the football resting at the 42-yard line. 2 receivers split out each side, and they really spread the field on you as well. That's what makes it that much more difficult to defend them. Gross claps his hands, back to throw. The slant is tipped and caught by Silva, and then he's tattooed by Eicher at the 50. It's a gain of 8 and a first down on a ball that he tipped to himself. But 2 plays and a first down for the Rifle Bears. This guy is so elusive, Logan Gross. He also passed for well over 100 yards and a touchdown, but if you chased after him too quickly, all he does is sidestep you, and then he takes off down the field. 1st and 10 from midfield. On the opening drive of the game, the winner to take on the winner of the University Florence game going on in Greeley. There is the pitch left, and swinging it to the outside, the leading rusher, Isaac Valencia. He's got a seam across the 45 to the 44. And he was tripped up by Caleb Jimenez, a gain of 6. 2nd down and 4 to go. Too many yards for the Bee Diggers to allow there. The sun is shining very brightly in this press box, even though the game time temp would dictate that it's not that hot. 57 degrees. 2nd down, a short 4 to go for the Bee Digger 44-yard line. Straight up at the top of the hour, this is 1010 KSIR. Brush, Fort Morgan, Weldona, left hash mark, 3 receivers to the left. Gross awaits the snap, 4 yards behind center, 5-step drop, flushed out to his right, throws underneath, caught by Valencia, a first down. He breaks out of a tackle on his second one, and then is pushed out of bounds by Richie Bruno. The Bee Diggers missed 2 tackles on that exchange, and it's a gain of 14 on the pass out in the flat. And now the ball's at the 30-yard line. Bee Diggers have to tackle better. There's no question about it. In the first meeting, they were down 13-0 a few minutes into the game. The Bee Diggers in their road whites and Rifle in their navy blue uniforms with the gold numerals. Trips to the left. Logan Gross fakes the pitch, takes off with the football, scoots to his right to the 25, snaps out of a tackle, and then is tackled along the sideline for a gain of about 10. The hit was made as he goes out of bounds at the 20-yard line by Levi Cox. There's the threat of Logan Gross. 2 carries for 13 yards, and better a 1st and 10 than a 2nd and 1. Yeah, you don't want this drive to go too easy for Rifle. 4 receivers out to the left, naked backfield. Doesn't bother Gross whatsoever. On 1st and 10 for the Bee Digger 20. Back to throw, looking to his left. Here comes the pressure. Rolls out to his right. Gross takes off with the football. It's stripped from behind. And did the Bee Diggers get it? Brush got it. Holy mahungus, the Bee Diggers come up with a football. There's a late flag. Could be a celebration penalty against the Bee Diggers, but Brush did recover the ball. It should be Brush football. That's a post-possession penalty, unsportsmanlike conduct. And the Bee Diggers have come up with a turnover recovered by Andrew Herrera at the 18-yard line. But you want to stay disciplined if you're Brush. That gives you a lot worse field position. Off the fumble by Logan Gross. Well, the last time the Bee Diggers played, Rifle had a couple of turnovers, but the Bee Diggers had 4 in the game. So 1st and 10 for Brush, but instead of the ball at the 18-yard line, it'll settle in at their own 9, half the distance. And that was a shot from behind, delivered, and then Herrera pounced on that football. 9.5 to go here in the opening quarter of this opening round 2A state playoff game from Rifle High School. First and 10 for the Bee Diggers, taking their time in the huddle. They've got to take a timeout. That is awful. The Bee Diggers did not know what they were going to run. That is not good. That's a lapse there. You haven't run an offensive play and you call a timeout. Ugh. That hopefully will not be a sign of things to come for Brush. I mean, you could see that happening maybe in the middle of the quarter, sometime in the half. But that doesn't make much sense. So the Bee Diggers take the timeout without running an offensive play, but at least they've got the football. Timeout brought to you by Stubbs Gas and Oil off I-76 and exit 66A in Wiggins. Gas, food, and all your travel accessories, Stubbs Gas and Oil. The Bee Diggers utilized a very solid ground game. Richie Bruno had 2 touchdowns in the opening meeting in late September. 2 in the backfield, 2 men in motion to the right. One of those is Proctor, the outside receiver from the 9-yard line with a back split. Rico turns, hands it off to Bruno, cuts it back to the inside, across the 10, still on his feet. He's carrying defenders. He's breaking tackles across the 20 to the 23. That is Richie Bruno at his best. Might have got the 24. It's a gain of 15 yards and a first down for Brush and the first carry for Richie Bruno. Oh, man. That's a way to bust out of poor field position for the Bee Diggers. Ludgate also in that backfield at the 24-yard line. Some high tackling there. That's Bruno again running off right tackle. And he bowls across the 25 to the 27, lowering his shoulder, his right shoulder, a gain of 3. Before the hit was made by Marcus Washington, a 6'2", 215-pound senior linebacker. 2nd down and 7. Juan Sanchez Calvillo with play instructions, that is. Tanner Ludgate will check out at the 27-yard line. Proctor's the lone receiver in on this formation. Sanchez, Calvillo, and Bruno in the backfield. From the 27, under center is Rico. This will be the give to the D-back Bruno off right tackle. Spins out of a tackle, close to a first down across the 30, and he's still being held up and finally goes to the ground. And I think they're going to give him the first down at the 34-yard line, a gain of 7, a very good spot. On that handoff and run by Richie Bruno. Handoff obviously by the quarterback Rico. Basic football. The Bee Diggers are keeping it essentially almost in between the tackles. Nothing wide. Rifle's got a lot of speed on the perimeter. The Bee Diggers are a power football team. 1st and 10 at their own 34. That's 2 first downs for Brush over the first 3 plays. There is a give to Bruno, I believe. Let's see. They had a fake in there. Yeah, and Bruno stacked up for a loss. Somebody missed a block, a loss back to the 33. 4 carries for 24 yards for Richie Bruno. 2nd down and 11. Bee Diggers are quickly up to the line of scrimmage at their own 33-yard line. 3 in the backfield for Brush. Rifle nearly jumped. Bruno taking his time, surveying the defense. Who's going to get the football? It's not going to be a pass, not with that formation. It'll be a handoff to Bruno, back towards the middle, across the 40. He runs over a defender, and he's short of a first down, but he got to the 42. That's a gain of 9 for Richie Bruno, and the blocking on both sides of the offensive line has been very impressive. Bee Diggers, again, no huddle offense. 3rd down and 2 from the 44. 7.5 to go in the opening quarter, no score. Handoff, Bruno, first down, right up the gut. And he's wrestled down by Logan Gross. But it's a gain of close to 4. Let's see where the spot is going to be. The 46-yard line will give him 4 yards for Richie Bruno. Third first down of the drive for the Bee Diggers, coming off the Logan Gross fumble. And this is a much different start than the Bee Diggers had on September 22nd when they were down 13-0 after one quarter. Now we're approaching the midway point of the first quarter. On 1st and 10. The official spot is just past the 45. Sanchez Calvillo in motion to the right. Rico will give it, and a big hole for Ludgate across the right side. And he's down to the 46-yard line. Ludgate thought he wasn't tackled, that he was on top of a body. Another quick hitter for the Bee Diggers, and a gain of 9 yards for Tanner Ludgate. 2nd down and 1. That's a prime position for the Bee Diggers to be in. They feel they can pull off this victory as a 14 versus a 3, and they're really playing power football right now. 3 in the backfield next to each other. Handoff, first down. That's Ludgate behind his right guard. Across the 45 to the 42 for the gain of 4. Now, we'll be talking about those offensive linemen. They play some defense as well. Andrew Herrera threw a big block in there on that play, but it's all of them right now. We'll give some more credit to the O-line. 4 first downs on the drive for the 42 of Rifle. Rico. Long count. There's the handoff to the deep back, Bruno, off the right side. He spins across the 40-yard line, still on his feet, and he's down at about the 36. It's yards after contact that have been very impressive for Richie Bruno. Should have been tackled for a gain of 2. Instead, he goes for 6 yards on his, believe it or not, his 7th carry of the drive. He's got 43 yards on 7 carries. 2nd down and 4 from the 36. Rico backs off his center a bit, awaiting the snap. He's got it. There's the handoff on the left side to Bruno. Bruno's going to get a first down. Looked like a face mask. I think that was a face mask and not a hole. We'll see as he's down at the 32-yard line. Austin Lee with an excellent block. Oh, they're going to call it against Brush. A hold against the Bee Diggers. I don't know if it was against Austin, but it's Austin Lay. I didn't see the hold. That's the only way you stop the Bee Diggers at this point. They stop themselves. Because now you're perhaps in a passing situation off the 10-yard penalty, nullifying the first down. The Bee Diggers have a 2nd down and 14 to go for the Rifle 46. 5:15 to go in the opening quarter. Rifle got to the red zone. Logan Gross was stripped. Recovered by Andrew Herrera. The Bee Diggers, obviously not counting that play, which was nullified, have run 9 plays on this drive, 7 to Bruno. The backs are split, only 2 in the backfield. And there's the give to the deep back, Bruno, off the right side, and he crosses the 45, but not much. Back to the original line of scrimmage when the first down was made 2 plays ago to the 42. A gain of 4. 3rd down and 10. Even if the Bee Diggers don't score, they've established themselves at the line of scrimmage. The Bee Diggers have put Rifle on notice. On 3rd down and 10 from the Rifle 42. What a gorgeous day in Rifle. I've been lucky enough to be here for all 4 meetings. Back in '98, that was my 12th Bee Digger game, season 1, the 33-28 quarterfinal playoff victory. The other 2 in the regular season earlier this year and in 2008. 3rd and 10 from the 42. Rico on the counter. Sanchez Calvillo to the 40. Speed to Byrne. Breaks the tackle to 35, and he spins to the 33. I think he's going to be a hair short of the first down. Well, he might have stretched out that football. They're going to have to measure. Nope, forget about the measurement. First down for the Bee Diggers off that beautiful run by one of the best athletes on the team, Juan Sanchez Calvillo. And that shows a lot of gumption there on a 3rd and 10 to run the ball. At the 32-yard line, the drive started at the 9. 3 in the backfield. There's the give right up the gut, and Bruno just carrying defenders. This guy does not go down easily. Across the 30 to the 29. for a gain of 3. The initial hit was made by Marcus Washington again. And in fact, it was such a good run by Bruno. He was able to get another yard out of it. 4 yards into play. 51 yards and 9 carries for Richie Bruno. 2nd down and 6 to go for the 28-yard line. The Bee Diggers are chewing up clock. Over 6 minutes on this drive. And there's Rico on the bootleg to his right. He snaps out of a tackle along the sideline to the 10. Bruno, check that. That's Rico, extends to the goal line, and he's in! Holy Mahungus, a touchdown. That's a touchdown for Eric Rico from 28 yards away on the bootleg right. And the Bee Diggers lead 6-0. His first and only carry of the drive. So used to saying Bruno, but it was Rico who scored the touchdown. He was tackled at the goal line, but his body and the football were over the end line. Now the extra point to be attempted by Eric Rico. Every point is important. We know in games like this, low snap, the kick is up, and that one is right down the middle. We have 3:01 to go in the opening quarter in the opening round of the 2A playoffs. After Eric Rico's 28-yard touchdown and a 91-yard drive, it's Brush 7, Rifle nothing on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. 13 plays for Brush at 91 yards in over 6 minutes. And Eric Rico off the bootleg, 28 yards, and the Bee Diggers with the early 7-0 lead in these 2023 playoffs as the 14th seed. And there's a little pooch, a short kick fielded at the 20-yard line to his right to the 30, across the 30, trying to break out of a tackle and spun to the ground at the 33-yard line as the hit was made over there by Grant Becker. Sterling Cook, the return man for Rifle. Now, I love when those kids who play primarily on special teams make plays like that, and Becker was right down to make the play, a return of 13. Now you got to find a way to neutralize Logan Gross. He's not going to turn it over too much as he did on the first drive. 1st and 10 for Rifle at their own 33-yard line. Receivers split out to the left and right. 4 yards behind center. Running backs to his left and right, looking to throw. 3-step drop. No pressure. Now tosses over the middle. The pass is broken up at the 45 by Hunter Proctor, intended for Sterling Cook. Oh, outstanding coverage by the Bee Diggers. And remember that head coach Joe Rosenbrock's specialty is defense. He had the right coverage there. 1st and completion by Gross. 2nd down and 10 to go. At the 33. Receiver out to the left is Joel Valencia. Cook to the right. Out of the shotgun. There is a fake. Gross is going to throw it underneath, caught by Valencia. He's got plenty of running room and a 1st down across the 40 to the 45. That's easy pickings, as looks like Percy Odell made the hit. But a gain of 12 yards in the play. That's not too easy. Valencia's coming out of the backfield. Little pass out in the flat. 2:25 to go in the opening quarter. Brush 7, Rifle nothing. 3 receivers out to the right. From the gun again at the 45. Quick drop, and now Gross rolls to his right, steps up in the pocket, throws it out to his right, tipped and complete. That was a shot delivered by Richie Bruno, and still on the ground and not getting up. Well, trying to get up is Valencia. That's a good job of Bruno hitting him right in between the numbers. You don't want a targeting hit. 2nd down. And again, that was the right flat that time as opposed to the left flat. 2nd down and 10 for Rifle. Yeah, they are not allowing Gross to get to the outside. Once he does, it's trouble. At their own 45-yard line, we'll have updates on the University of Florence game because the winner of this game plays the winner of that one next Saturday. 1 running back, man in motion to the right is Cook. There's going to be the handoff and stutter stepping across the 50 and down at the 49. That carry goes to Ryland Lane. He hasn't had too much action this year, but is able to pick up 6 yards before the tackle was made. 3rd down and 4. Cole Curtis with a hit. The Coltrane down to 1:52 to go in this first quarter. Huge play coming up, even in the first quarter on a 3rd and 4. You always fear the legs of Logan Gross, the 6'5", 175-pound senior. On 3rd down, in motion is Silva. He's got the football on a little gadget play, and he's not going anywhere. He stutter-stepped, reversed to his right, and was nailed at the line of scrimmage, and count the Bee Diggers there on the play. Quite a few of them, including Tanner Ludgate at the bottom of the pile. 4th down and 4 to go at the Bee Digger 49. If the Bee Diggers stop them here, the field position they're going to have is a heck of a lot better than the 9-yard line. Inside of a minute to go in the opening quarter. 4th and 4 for Rifle at the Brush 49. 2 receivers split out each side. 1 running back to the right of the quarterback in a shotgun. Logan Gross awaits the snap. He's got the football. 1-step drop. Pass out to his right. Tipped. Incomplete. It was tipped at the line of scrimmage by Brody Dick. And the Bee Diggers take over at the 49. And Logan Gross, who was 3 of 3 for 23 yards, now 1 out of his last 4 for 12 yards. So Brush has it shy of their own 49-yard line. Looking to maintain ball control football. And they know what play they're going to run to begin this drive. All settled in. With 37.7 to go in the first quarter. 1st and 10. The backs are split. There's a bootleg by Rico towards the middle at the 40-yard line. Rico is loose. Rico breaks out of a tackle. A second one nearly shark-tailed across the 35 to the 32. It's a gain of 19 yards for Eric Rico. 2 carries for 47 yards. And just like that, the Bee Diggers have more momentum going in this opening quarter. Will they run another play? As we're down to 20 seconds to go, I say forget about it. They don't have to run another play. And they are not as we head to the second quarter in the opening round of the 2023 playoffs. Well, Rico's up to the line of scrimmage. Maybe they will. They're going to run it at the last second. Handoff to Richie Bruno. He's held up for a loss of 1. That's why they probably shouldn't have run it. They tried that earlier this year against Fort Morgan. It backfired. Not that play, but running a play as the game clock was winding down, and it was not a positive play. Neither was that one. We played 12 minutes. It is Brush 7, Rifle nothing. You are listening to the 2023 Colorado High School Football Playoffs on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. I'm John Beltran, back from Rifle High School. The Bee Diggers lead the Rifle Bears headed to the second quarter, 7-0 on a 28-yard scoring run by Eric Rico. Brush has it 2nd down and 11 at the 33-yard line of Rifle. Now there's some discussion with Rifle head coach Ty Leba and one of the officials. He's assisted by Carlos Leba, Dan Donahue, John Wisniewski, Calvin Deere, Corey Craner, and Morgan Robinson. Of course, the head coach of the Bee Diggers, Joe Rosenbrock, assisted by Victor Lopez, Christian Baez, Austin Soto, Adrian Cardenas, and Lance Schwint, the former head coach who 2 years ago took the Bee Diggers to the state title game. That's the last time they were in the playoffs. I still don't know what's going on. There's not even a coach out there now for Rifle. Almost looks like a school official. And I have no idea what is happening here. But it's clearly 2nd down and 11 from the 33. And I have no idea what they're contesting. Nothing to do with, although Joe Rosenbrock is a few steps out on the field speaking to the side judge. What is the confusion? The play ended at the 33. Is there an equipment issue? I'm just guessing now, so we'll just wait until this conversation concludes. They had plenty of time in between quarters and didn't start really talking. And the crowd is getting a little bit restless. And now there's 4 coaches out there. I've seen things 2 days in a row, including last night with Fort Morgan Lutheran, I've never seen. Are they complaining about something with a Bee Digger jersey? We had a coach lift up his hoodie and T-shirt and then look over towards Brush. Whether that signifies anything, I have no idea. Which is why I said, is it an equipment issue? Now the Bee Diggers are off the field, as are the Bears. Let's take a break. It's Brush 7, Rifle nothing on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Right off the opening play, Eric Rico, and the bootleg right goes nowhere. Tackled maybe for a yard at the 32, a gain of 1, 3rd down and 10. It's almost like with the Rifle coach, one of the coaches partially disrobing himself, but not completely. They figured, I don't know, that maybe one of the Bee Diggers or a few of the Bee Diggers have their jerseys that are too short. I have no idea. Again, I'm just guessing. Nonetheless, let's play some football. Second play of the second quarter. Brush 7, Rifle nothing. 3rd down and 10 from the Rifle 32. Passing situation. The Bee Diggers have yet to throw. One receiver out to the right. Rico under center. Back to throw. Rolls out to his right. Stops. Throws underneath. It's incomplete. That's an errant throw along the right sideline off the hand of Wiley Eicher, who quite frankly had no chance. 4th down and 10 to go. And Eicher was not open. Well covered. Let's see what the Bee Diggers decide to do. Obviously, they're going to go for it. Well, or are they? Because you give Rifle some good field position. You could punt it from here and pin them inside the 15 or 10-yard line on a 4th down and 10. Here's a late substitution. Brush might have to take their second timeout. Jimenez coming in. They've got to get up to the line of scrimmage. The play clock is at 6. And Bruno to punt. It's at 4. They got to get off the snap. Awaiting the snap. And it might be called for a delay of game, and there it is. I think that was by design. That was by design because you're only 32 yards away from the end zone. That'll give Bruno more punting room. And now they will punt on a 4th and 15 for the 37. Yeah, they had kept part of the offense in there. Now Logan Gross is the deep man. Just kick the ball out of bounds. Kick it out of bounds, even if it's not a good kick. That guy is way too dangerous. In the open field, Logan Gross is very difficult to tackle. Bruno standing at his 49-yard line. Gets it off, end over end. Gross might have a shot. No, but it's going to bounce along the sideline and into the end zone. That's an excellent punt by Bruno. Hit it about the 6-yard line, but had a little bit too much overspin. And it bounces in to the land of no hash marks, and Rifle has the ball. 3rd possession at their own 20. The first was a turnover, and the second they turned it over on downs on a 4th and 4. 10:54 to go before halftime. Big halftime feature coming up as well. The receiver to the left is Joel Valencia. Out of the shotgun, Gross with the option right. He'll take off with the football, and he stumbles to about the 23-24. And let's see who made the hit for the Bee Diggers. Looked like Ludgate might have made it over there. A gain of about 5, though. 2nd down and 5 to go. The Bee Diggers are not overcommitting on Logan Gross. 167 yards in the first meeting. He's got 4 carries for 20 yards and a fumble in the rematch. On 2nd down and 5 from the 25. 2 receivers split out each side. From the shotgun, running back to the left of the quarterback, Gross. Awaits the snap. There it is. Low snap. Back to throw is Gross. Flushed out to his right. Throws off his back foot. The pass is going to be broken up at midfield. That is an excellent play by Hunter Proctor. Sterling Cook was covered like a blanket. In fact, even if Hunter didn't go up to try to swat it away, it would have been incomplete. That's how good the coverage was. Logan Gross, 1 out of his last 5 for 12 yards. I would have to anticipate on this play, they're going to throw something underneath because that play has worked underneath. But the Bee Diggers have to play assignment football. At the 25-yard line on 3rd down and 5, right hash mark. 2 receivers split out to the left. Valencia to the right, claps his hands. There is the pitch left. Swinging it to the outside is Isaac Valencia, first down. Crossing to 30, got around a Bee Digger defender. Ludgate made the tackle, a gain of 8. On the second carry for Valencia, he's got 14 yards. It was just one block that Valencia needed. He got it. And it's now at the 33. That clock is just rolling swiftly. Rifle in no hurry. On 1st and 10, the Bee Diggers did defer. Cook is in motion to the right. Play action, rolling to his left is Gross, and the pass is batted down at the line of scrimmage. That is Jimenez. That's a second batted down pass by the Bee Diggers, and they're doing that against a 6'5 quarterback who unleashed a sidearm toss. 2nd down and 10 for the 33. That's what the Bee Diggers are doing much better in this game. They're getting in the passing lanes, not down the field, at the line of scrimmage. Lining up left hash mark. 3 receivers to the right, to the wide side of the field, the long side of the field. 2 to the left, naked backfield. Gross on 2nd down and 10. One-step drop, a quarterback draw, runs to his left, gets out of a tackle, and is out of bounds, ushered out of bounds across the 40-yard line. He was still in bounds when he did that, yes. Gain of 7. Percy Odell made the tackle. I thought he had 3 or 4, but he was able to pick up 7. 3rd down and 3. That's too bad. The Bee Diggers had him for maybe a 3 or 4 yard pickup. And in high school football, you go out of bounds, it doesn't restart. The clock stops until the next play commences. 3rd down and 3 to go from the 40. Brush 7, rifle nothing on a 28-yard first quarter run by Eric Rico. Silva in motion to the right. Has the football in the jet sweep. Swings it to the outside. He gets a block. He's got a first down, and he's tackled at the 45. Eicher was out there, but not in time before Silva was able to move the sticks. A lot of speed. They'll give him 6 to the 46. They still got a long way to go. Coach Joe Rosenbrock said we got to stay away from Rifle making the big play. No big plays. On 1st and 10 for the Bears at their own 46-yard line. Right hash mark. 1 receiver to the left, 1 to the right. Now in motion to the right is Cook. And Gross will keep it himself. Nearly tackled around the ankles. Breaks out of that tackle and dives to midfield. Cole Curtis had him. And then cleaned up by Jimenez. A gain of 4. 2nd down and 6. But the Bee Diggers are playing that assignment football. They're holding contain. They're not going for fakes. Because Gross started that play with a little fake, and they weren't buying it. They're keying in on Logan Gross. At midfield, can the Bee Diggers come up with another big defensive play, but it's only 2nd down and 6. A receiver to the right, 1 to the left. Running backs to the left and right of Gross out of the shotgun, 4 yards behind center. Back to throw, steps up in the pocket, rolls out to his left. Pressure's coming backside. Gross is trying to get rid of it. Gross is going to be sacked. That's a huge loss. And watch out, Jimenez, just celebrate. Don't look down the player. Back to the 33. That's a 17-yard sack. All Gross had to do was get rid of it and did not. What a huge play. All the Bee Diggers have to do now is play sound defense on this one. That one from 2nd and 4. And they've got to get to the 44 to 3rd down and 23. What a massive play by Brush. Gross wanted to get rid of it, but I don't think he thought that if he did, that the ball would fall in a secure spot like on the ground or out of bounds and not inside of a Bee Digger's hands. 4 receivers to the right, and now Rifle has to call a timeout. 7:24 to go. Second quarter, Brush 7, Rifle nothing. You're listening to the 2023 Colorado High School Football Playoffs on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. The Bay Diggers lead Rifle 7-0 in the second quarter. 3rd and 23 for Rifle at their own 33, 7:24 to go before halftime. Rifle's got to come up with a special play to extend the drive. 3 receivers to the right. Now Logan Gross is running over towards the head coach, and he's going downfield, but the ball's not been snapped. Well, it was a play involving trickery. The ball should have been snapped, and Gross might have been open way down the field because he was running over towards the head coach as if, hey, what is the play, when that was part of the play. But Rifle did not have all their ducks in a row, and the ball was not snapped, and Gross was 7 yards down the field. Now it's 3rd down and 28. Bee Diggers won't fall for that now. 4 receivers to the right. Gross back to throw at his own 20. Pressure coming, throws off his back foot, and that ball's going to be deflected away at the 48. That is an outstanding play by Levi Cox. What a play, intended for Tristan Sheets. That was essentially a jump ball, and it's 4th down. Logan Gross is 0 for his last 5, 1 for his last 7 for 12 yards. Sanchez Calvillo to return. At his own 37-yard line, the Bee Diggers have played mistake-free football in terms of turnovers. Low snap. A fluttering punt. Calvillo's got it. He drops it now, picks it up at the 28-yard line to the 35, snaps out of a tackle, and then he spun down at the 38 off the punt from Sheets. That cost him some yards because he had some momentum going towards the football, didn't look it in. How nice it would be if the Bee Diggers can take this lead or extend the lead into halftime. At the 39, they have played ball control football. 13-play, 91-yard drive in 6 minutes in the opening quarter when Rico scored from 28 yards out. Over 7 minutes to go before the break. Is this Richie Bruno time? It is. Off left tackle, crossing the 40, now to the 45. Spins and down at the 48. A gain of 9 for Richie Bruno. Richie Bruno right now is an assassin, without question. He has got 11 carries for 59 yards. 2nd down and 1. Handoff, Bruno, left side, 1st down, and he's still on his feet, and he extends the football to the 47 for a gain of 4. And Bruno's only a sophomore. A lot of football left in him. That's a big defensive line for Rifle as well. Bee Diggers right up to the line of scrimmage with a no-huddle offense. At the 47, up 7-0, midway through quarter number 2. Rico under center, barking out the signals, now backs off a bit. Back under center. And then we had movement on the right side by Riley Tucker. Well, they confused themselves on that one. On the false start, it's 1st and 15. Yeah, Brush has not made too many mistakes penalty-wise. Ball's at their own 48-yard line. But here the clock will continue to roll. And that's what you want to happen. Even if you don't score, let time expire. On 1st and 15 for the 48. And there's a bootleg. Rico running to his left. He dives to the 50. Grabbed around the ankles along the far side by Ryland Lane. 2nd down and 13. Rico with 4 carries for 50 yards and a touchdown. Bee Diggers are switching out offensive linemen, it appears. On 2nd down, again, the winner will take on either University or Florence. We'll have an update of that game throughout this broadcast. Baxter split. Rico will hand it off to the deep back, and a burst for Richie Bruno across the 40, and he's got a 1st down, just carrying defenders to the 35 as he does it best. They'll give him the 34. It's a gain of 16 for Richie Bruno. running behind his right guard. And the separation between the right side, the guard and the tackle on the offensive line has been tremendous for Brush. Really doing a heck of a job. And one of those being Riley Tuck, who just committed the penalty. Made up for it on that one. 1st and 10 at the 34. 4:51 to go, second quarter. The Beet Diggers up 7-0. Rico is back to throw. He's going to lob it deep up the left side, and that ball is going to be incomplete. It's broken up at the 4-yard line. Intended for Hunter Proctor, broken up by Sterling Cook. It was underthrown. And Cook made a nice play. Proctor's got great hands. But it was contested. 0 for 2 is Rico. They don't want to throw the ball too much, but they did there. And you could pretty much guarantee they're going to run the ball in this play. With a back split. Ludgate and Bruno at the 34. And, oh, geez, Eicher started way too early. You don't need to start early if you're a receiver on a running play. And Eicher knows it. 2nd down and 15. Yeah, I mean, he's split out so far to the left, he's not even part of the play. And now the Beet Diggers might be forced to throw it over the next 2 plays. On 2nd and 15 for the 39. This is not field goal range. I mean, obviously not the 39. Got to get to about the 20 for Eric Rico's field goal range, maybe the 25. The backs are split. Rifle nearly moved. Receiver split out to the left and right. At the 39, Rico under center is going to get it off to Bruno left side. He's going to be stacked up after a short gain to the 37. Pickup of 2. I mean, when he gets the ball, Bruno almost goes into wrestling mode, like take me down. It's at the 36, gain of 3. 3rd and 12. At the 36-yard line, approaching the 4-minute mark of the opening half. Well, you got 2 plays for 12 yards unless you get nothing here, and then you punt it again, as they did on their previous drive. With a back split, Rico, play action, rolls out to his right. He's got running room, throws, and it's nearly intercepted at the 30-yard line. Isaac Valencia had it in his left hand. It was intended for Brody Dick, but well underthrown again, and Rico's 0 for 3. Through the air. Now the Beet Diggers will punt. He had some running room. I think he could have picked up some yardage. But it is a play designed to throw the ball. Again, Logan Gross back deep to receive at his 9-yard line. Beet Diggers want it nowhere near him. Bruno with a kick that Gross is going to back up and field in the end zone. Thank goodness. He backed up and nearly caught it at about the 1, but it was in the end zone. And in high school football, you cannot return it once it gets into the end zone. And now Rifles got it at their own 20. They've only punted once. That was on their previous drive after a huge sack by Caleb Jimenez. Beet Diggers have Rifle exactly where they want him, but they've been unable to extend the lead, and that's dangerous on the road. 3:44 to go in the opening half. 1st and 10 for Rifle at their own 20. Trips to the left. Low snap, ball on the ground. He picks it up. Gross is going to run with the football right up the middle. Spins out of a tackle. And now Richie Bruno throws him down at the 22-yard line, along with Andrew Herrera. Tried to sidestep there, but the Beet Diggers are not falling for it. 2nd down and 8 yards to go. Gross, who had 167 yards in the opening meeting, has got 33 on 7 carries. Quick snap, pass out to the right. It's incomplete. Over Omar Silva at the 23-yard line. Well defended, I believe, by Cox over there. Yep, 3rd down. And 7 to go. The passing game has been a disaster recently for Rifle. 0 out of 6 is Logan Gross. And 3rd and 8 from his own 22. An opportunity for the Beet Diggers to make a play defensively, get the ball back, and extend the advantage, which is at 7. Sterling Cook is the receiver to the left. Joel Valencia to the right. 3rd and 8. Rifle at their own 22-yard line. Gross is going to play action, roll to his right. He's got plenty of running room. He's across the 30-yard line, the right sideline to the 40. He's got 2 B-diggers in front of him, and he's out of bounds across the 40 to about the 38-yard line. Well-designed bootleg. It's a gain of 40 yards for Logan Gross, and that's the play they needed. 1st down for the Bears. That time the B-diggers had no answer. When Rifle needed a play, Gross was able to make it. At the 38, Logan Gross claps. Back to throw, no pressure, just steps in the pocket, rolls to his left, flush, throws against the grain, and it's incomplete. Drop at the 22-yard line, in and out of the hands of Ryland Lane on a throw across Gross's body. Should have been caught. 2nd down and 10. But again, they're not fazed by this now, especially after picking up 40 yards on the ground on a 3rd and 8. With over 100 years of experience, Premier Farm Credit is the gold standard in ag lending. The Bears better get up to the line of scrimmage. This is taking a while. Play clock inside of 10 seconds. 2nd and 10 from the B-digger 38-yard line. Trips to the left. 2 receivers out to the right side. Naked backfield. Gross on the reverse to Valencia. Valencia with a flag down. Scoots around a tackle in a second and is back to the line of scrimmage for no gain. But this is not even that 0 gain is going to be enough, because that was a, what is that call? I've never seen that. Not a chop block or a hold. Kind of did fist pumps together. I've never seen that call. It's against the offense. Unless they're saying a blindside block, and that could have been it as well, which is 15 yards. That'll take it back into their own territory at the 47. So 2nd down and 25, nullifying that play to Isaac Valencia. The B-diggers lead 7-0 in the waning moments of the opening half. 3 receivers out to the left. Out of the shotgun, running back to the left of the quarterback. Gross, low snap, looking to throw. Pass out in the left flat is caught by Cook. Makes a cut to the inside. Now back to the outside. Breaks out of a tackle. B-digger's got to make a play. And there's the tackle made by Eicher. It's a sizable gain, well short of a 1st down. Looks like it's back to the original line of scrimmage, a pickup of 15 as the B-diggers missed a couple of tackles on that exchange. And this is the territory where if Rifle doesn't do anything on this play, they'll go for it. With 2:25 to go before halftime. 3rd down and 10 for the Brush 38-yard line. B-diggers had Cook there for a gain of just a few yards, but he got loose. And now Rifle is going to take a timeout. Well, they want to make sure they run the ideal play for this situation. On 3rd down and 10 to go at the B-digger 38-yard line. Now, what will the B-diggers come up with defensively? They've had an answer, except earlier on this drive. They've had an answer, batted plays at the line of scrimmage. 9 locations across Northeast Colorado and Nebraska means there's always a Rudy's Tires close by. They bring you 10-10 preps and more every weekday from 1 to 2. Visit rudystires.com. 3rd down and 10 to go for Rifle at the 38 of Brush. B-diggers coming on a blitz. Pass out to the right is nearly intercepted. Ludgate had it go off his left hand, but had he kept going, he might have been able to make the pick. Intended for Cook. It's 4th down. That blitz worked because Gross had to get rid of that ball very quickly. Logan Gross's numbers are not pretty, at least from a passing standpoint. 4th and 10 from the Brush 38. You stop them here. You go on a drive, whether you score or not, you receive the second half kickoff. It's what you want. But you've got to make the play right now on 4th and 10 for Rifle at the Brush 38-yard line. Trips to the left, one running back to the right. Back to throw is Gross. Plenty of protection. Looking to throw. Retreating. Heaves it deep up the left sideline. It is caught. Touchdown. Percy Odell got beat. And it's a touchdown for Joe Valencia from 38 yards out. And Rifle is on the board. That is too bad. That just changed this first half. There is a flag down, unsportsmanlike against Rifle. That'll be assessed on the kickoff. That does sting. 4th down plays and conversions like that are game changers. The extra point to be attempted to tie the game. And an excellent throw. Odell was near the receiver, but he clearly was a couple of steps behind him. The extra point by Cook is good. 2:10 to go, second quarter. Brush 7, Rifle 7 on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. 80-yard drive for Rifle. Two big plays, a 40-yarder and a third down by Logan Gross and a 38-yard scoring pass to Joel Valencia. Now they'll kick off from the 25-yard line. B-Diggers should get excellent field position with 2 timeouts remaining. But that hurts. You convert on a third down and a 4th down. Well, if you're Brush, you've got to start this drive at least at your 30-yard line. They're kicking off from the 25. That's either Sheets or Martinez to kick it off. Looks like Jesus Martinez for Rifle. Line drive. It'll take a few bounces, and backing up is Sanchez Calvillo at the 3-yard line. Stutter stepping to the 10. Sanchez Calvillo trying to get around a defender, and he's still loose across the 30. Steps out of bounds. What a move by Sanchez Calvillo. Return of 32. How did he do that? Great play by Sanchez Calvillo. B-Diggers with respectable field position. It'll be at the 36-yard line. He just towed the sideline. That's how he got that much yardage in a play that looked dead for Brush after that ball just kept bouncing away. All right, you got 2 timeouts. And you've got a couple of minutes to play with. Brush 7, Rifle 7. Rico at the 36-yard line. Awaits the snap. There's the handoff. Bruno right up the gut. And he's trying to spin out of a tackle. He's got a couple of yards to the 38. Rifle would have none of it. Jesus Martinez and Alex Tornes combined to make the hit. 2nd down and 8 to go. It really feels like 100 degrees up here. I'm telling you. But it's a lot cooler down there. At the 38-yard line, the B-Diggers are just letting the clock run. 1:19 to go. Hand off to Bruno, left side. He's got 2, maybe. That's it. A little bit worn down now. 3rd down and 6 to go. Tackle made by Efren Bustillos. Bruno had 50 yards after the first quarter. He's got 87 yards on 16 carries in a half. Brush in no hurry. In fact, Rifle might take a timeout after this play. 39 seconds to go. 3rd down and 6 at the 40. Handoff. Bruno left side spins. He's short of a first down to the 43. There's your timeout by Rifle. With 32.3 seconds to go. And remember that Rifle in the first meeting had very little time that went 93 yards down the field. They're capable of the big play. They did it the first meeting, and they did it on the previous drive. They had 2 big plays that went for a combined 78 yards. It's 4th down and about 3. Bead Diggers will have to punt. And again, if you're Brush, just what they've been doing. Although the last time, Bruno punted that ball right towards Gross, but he kicked it deep enough that it went into the end zone, so no return. Yeah, Gross in the open field is very dangerous. So the Bead Diggers to punt, and Rifle is going to call a timeout either way. Because if you let the clock run down to about 3 or 4 seconds, the Bead Diggers would have gone for it. They couldn't do it now. The ball is resting at the 43. Well, that's not Bruno punting. Is that Rico? Or are the Bead Diggers motioning like they're going to go for it and maybe try to throw Rifle off sides and then call a timeout? Yeah, I think Rico's under center. I think they want a hard count and then they're going to call a timeout. No, it's a delay of game. Why do that? Well, they cost themselves 5 yards, but I think in that case you could have just called a timeout. Because Brush doesn't need their timeouts because they're punting it away. And now the punting unit comes out into the field. 4th and 3 is now 4th and 8. At the 39-yard line. And you know what Gross is going to do. He's going to chuck that again. When Sterling Cook caught that football, that was single coverage with him and Odell. Bruno at the 27-yard line. 32.3 seconds to go. High snap. Bruno comes down with it, and it's a line drive, and the ball bounces at the 35, takes a side roll down to the 33. Bead Diggers are not going to touch it. They want that clock to keep rolling. 26 and a half seconds to go. I'm telling you, this half is not over. I mean, we know what Rifle's capable of. So at the 33-yard line, I say, just let him have anything underneath. Who cares? And then Logan Gross might have to throw a Hail Mary at the end of the first half. 3 receivers out to the left. Gross is back to throw. Steps up in the pocket, now takes off with the football, running to his right, back to the middle, sidesteps a defender to his left, along the left sideline of first down, and he spun down across the 50 to the 46-yard line, a gain of 21. Does Rifle have any timeouts left? Maybe just one, I'm not sure. They don't give us that indication. At the 46, 9 seconds to go. And he's going to spike it into the ground. Well, maybe one last play. But there is a flag down. Oh, the Bead Diggers were offsides. The side judge is pointing towards Brush. As we have 7.7 to go, and I think this could be a penalty against the Bead Diggers. I mean, they are pointing in Brush's direction. But nothing called. Is the flag going to be picked up? Well, the second quarter started very awkwardly, and now it's going to end almost just as awkwardly. They have no idea what's going on. 3 officials conferring near the 46-yard line. The flag rests in front of the Rifle bench. No penalty marker in terms of, okay, something against Brush. That was not offside. Some illegal formation? Should be a 5. Oh, wow. Are they walking off 15 yards? What is that? The Bee Digger fans can't believe it. It's a 15-yard penalty, but I didn't see unsportsmanlike or anything to that degree at the 31. I did not see what the penalty was all about, but it's a 15-yarder, so that's huge. They could run 2 plays with 7.7 to go. 1st and 10 at the 31. Gross looking out. Pass to his left is dropped at the 30-yard line. Try to get the sideline to Silva. Unless there's a defensive penalty, 4.7 seconds to go. This could be the final play of the opening half. You've got to keep it at 7-7. That is stating the obvious. Well, you're kidding me. They're going to attempt a 47-yard field goal. Wow, watch out for the fake. If you're the Bee Diggers, you got to watch out for a fake. That seems like too long of a field goal by Sterling Cook. Awaiting the snap. There it is. The kick is up. That's going to be super short. Bee Diggers can return this at the 2-yard line along the left sideline, crossing the 20 and down. Not sure who's back there for Brush. It was all the way across the field, but yeah, 47-yard field goal attempt that it only went about 30-some-odd yards. And that does it in the opening half. We'll get to the Morgan Community College halftime show right after this in the opening round of the 2023 Colorado High School Football Playoffs. Brush 7, Rifle 7 on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. The Bee Diggers receive the second half kickoff in this opening round 2A playoff game. Deadlocked at 7 in Rifle. In the third quarter, Florence, the 11 seed, leads the 6 seed University 7-6. Winner of this game will take on the winner of that game. And if Florence holds on, the Bee Diggers would travel again, assuming Brush wins. While Brush came out very strong in the opening quarter with that ground game, that 91-yard drive, and looking to reestablish that type of momentum, as Jesus Martinez will kick it off. Brush almost looking like they're preparing for an onside kick. You never know in the playoffs. You really never know. Back deep to receive Sanchez Calvillo. And looks like Percy Odell. Line drive, and that'll sail over the head of the Bee Digger. Odell into the end zone. And that's where the Bee Diggers will have the football at their own 20-yard line. Well, just keep doing what you've been doing with a strong ground game. The Bee Diggers had 163 yards in the opening half, all on the ground. They did nothing through the air, only 0 for 3. While Logan Gross threw 19 passes and completed only 6 for 88 yards. 1st and 10 for Brush at the 20-yard line. 3 in the backfield handoff. Bruno left side, a big hole across the 25. Along the sideline, down at the 29. Just short of a first down before he was taken down by Sterling Cook. But there you go. The Bee Diggers picking up where they left off, and Richie Bruno is now at 99 yards on 18 carries. And in no hurry. Again, the Bee Diggers want to just chew up as much clock as they can because that is prototypical Brush Bee Digger football, regardless of how much time is left in the game. 2nd down and 1 from the 30. Handoff left side. 1st down to the 31. That time was that Ludgate, or that was Coltrane, I believe. Yeah, that was not Bruno. But give him 2 yards. 1st and 10 for Brush at the 31-yard line. Left hash mark. No receivers in on this formation. Pretty much signifies a running play. There's the give to Bruno left side. He stumbles to about the 35-yard line. Yeah, Bruno runs straight up and down, and then once he is anticipating contact, that's when he delivers the blow. 2nd down and 6. Ryland Lane was around the football at the end of that play. Brush at their own 35-yard line. Opening drive of the second half, tied at 7. There's the give to Bruno left side, and he's able to squeeze his way around the 40 to the 42. He had nothing there on the left side and somehow was able to cut back and pick up close to 8 yards for Richie Bruno. That's a simple left tackle, but there wasn't much at the beginning. But you get a hand on Bruno, that's not enough. You need to get a body on him. On 1st and 10, the Beediggers with 2 first downs on this brief drive at the 43. Rico under center, handoff right at the middle. The ball is loose, it's on the ground. Oh, don't tell me Rifle fell on it. That was the up back, I think, Ludgate. He just never looked it in. Beediggers have not committed a turnover in this game. Ludgate fell on it at the 44. He runs with a lot of explosion, but you want to make sure you have the ball when you do that. On the first possession of the game, a Rifle fumbled at the 18 of Brush. That was the quarterback, Logan Gross. Coltrane will check out. 2nd down and 9 for the Beediggers at the 44-yard line on their own side of the field. Same formation, kind of a 2 tight end offense. Under center, 3 in the backfield. Now in motion to the right is Sanchez Calvillo. Eric Rico on the counter, and that's going to be a loss to Tanner Ludgate. He was tripped up in the backfield. There was nothing doing there as Ludgate was swallowed up by Alex Tornes. Back to the original line of scrimmage, loss of 1, 3rd down and 10. Tried the misdirection, but it didn't misdirect Rifle whatsoever. At the 43-yard line, the Beediggers, even on the 3rd and long, have still run the ball at times. 3rd and 10 from their own 43-yard line. Is Rico going to throw? Rico, play action, rolls out to his right, has protection, still rolling, throws it deep along the sideline. It's incomplete and 5 yards out of bounds. Intended for Brody Dick, but that had no shot. Rico did not give his receiver a chance to even make a play. Punting formation now for Brush on a 4th down and 10. Well, when the Beediggers looked really good offensively, where the passing game was against Sterling, lots of crossing patterns underneath. Haven't really done that in this game. Of course, they've only thrown 4 times. Bruno standing at his own 30-yard line, under 9 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Brush 7, Rifle 7. Now a late substitution for the Beediggers. They only had 10 men on the field. Now they've got 11. Perfect snap. Bruno end over end. Watch out. Could be a return. Nope. Logan Gross going to back up. Ball bounces at the 27 and stays right there. So Rifle football. The Bears have not led in the game. The Beediggers want to keep that going in this 3rd quarter. They had 2 huge plays on the 2nd to last drive of the half, including the 38-yard touchdown pass from Logan Gross to Joel Valencia. You travel 4 hours for a game like this, you want to come away with a victory. That'll make the bus ride that much better. 2 receivers out to the right, 1 to the left. There's a give right up the middle. The Beediggers stuffed the run. Cole Curtis was in on the play. A loss of 1. He wasn't the only one. Sanchez Calvillo as well on the give to Isaac Valencia. 2nd down and 11. It was almost like a run blitz, but it really wasn't. Back at the 26-yard line. Yep. They rarely run up the gut. They usually explore the perimeter. 2 receivers split each side. 2nd down and 11. Gross to throw. Back in the pocket, sets up a screen over the middle, and an excellent play by Sanchez Calvillo as a play got to the 31 on the catch by Valencia. That could have gone for more because there was no other Beedigger out there. But a gain of 5 on the pass to Valencia. Again, assignment football. Now it's a 3rd down and 7. I'm telling you, if Sanchez Calvillo is not there to make the play in the middle of the field, he's still running. And I'm talking about Isaac Valencia. 3rd down and 7 to go for the 31, middle of the field. One receiver out to the right, one to the left. Two in the backfield, out of the shotgun formation. Low snap. Gross is going to roll out to his left. He'll throw it on the run, incomplete. Intended for Valencia at the 35-yard line. It'll lob towards the sideline. And now they're going to have to punt on a 4th down and 7. Bee Diggers not giving in defensively. In fact, they played better defense than Rifle did after the Bee Diggers received the second half kickoff and picked up 2 first downs. And it looks like it's Valencia going to go in there and punt. They've had a couple of different guys. Sanchez Calvillo standing at the 37-yard line. Perfect snap. And that's an end over end. Sanchez Calvillo backs up to the 26, looking for some daylight, running to his right at the 30. Do not commit a penalty there, and out of bounds at the 40. Nice job. As Levi Cox backed off, if not, that would have been a block in the back. However, there's a flag at the 31. That looks like it's got to go against Rifle. The Bee Diggers should decline it. Illegal formation. Decline that. You've got great field position at the 40 on your own side of the field. That's what the Bee Diggers will do. 6:55 to go in the third quarter. And Brush has it for the second time in the quarter. At their own 40-yard line, the Bee Diggers pretty much packed the visiting stands across the way. Lots of gold on the other side. Triple set backfield, 1st and 10 for the 40. Bruno right behind the quarterback, Eric Rico. Bruno's got the football, running to his left to the 45, back to the middle to the 50. Bruno getting loose at the 35, chased down from behind. A first down across the 30 to the 29 for Richie Bruno, a gain of 31. Richie Bruno. Bruno is now at 141 yards. They'll spot the football at the 30. Pickup of 30 for Bruno. 1st and 10. The Bee Diggers threatening to take the lead again. Handoff right side to Bruno. Sidesteps a defender and is down after a short gain. Tackle was made. Looks like one of the linebackers was able to make the play, and Kevin Arvizo, the outside linebacker. 2nd down and 7, just shy of the 27. That was the 21st carry for Richie Bruno. He is now out of the game with 6:08 to go in the third. Brush 7, Rifle 7. The Bee Diggers a 28-yard touchdown pass from a 28-yard run by Rico. Gross with a 38-yard touchdown pass to Joe Valencia for the 27. And we've got a flag down. Things don't seem to work sometimes when Bruno's not in there. That was a false start against Brush. That's not the first time it's happened. They played pretty clean football, but Bruno needs a break. He's not superhuman. Well, that looks like a 6-yard penalty because it's back at the 33. Guess what? Bruno's back in there. All he needed was a short breather, and a real short one. Eicher's going to check in with play instructions. 2nd down and 13 for the 33-yard line. Brush on the Rifle side of the field. Both teams have had one possession. Bee Diggers with 2 first downs, Rifle and 3 and out. The backs are split, Ludgate and Bruno. Handoff, Bruno left side. He runs into a wall and has half a yard, and that's it, driven back. The initial hit made by Gabe McGregor, a defensive end at 6'3", 180. You rarely hold Bruno to a yard or less. That one is for 1 at the 32. 3rd and 12 to go in the passing game has been non-existent for Brush. Only 4 attempts by Rico, and really not close to completing a pass. But again, if you have a decent run play, that could set you up maybe a 4th and 5, 4th and 6. Shy of the 32. 3rd down and 12. Receivers split out to each side. Rico is going to roll out to his right off the play action. He's got running room. He's going to throw on the run. It is caught underneath by Eicher along the sideline to the 5. He dives And that is going to be a touchdown. Holy Mahungus. 32 yards away. A beautiful catch by Eicher, who dove towards the pylon and scored. And Brush leads 13-7. On the first completion of the game by Eric Rico. Wow. Now the extra point to be attempted by Rico, and he has been a reliable kicker all season. Snap is low, but the kick is up, and that is a thing of beauty. 4 minutes, 34 seconds to go. Third quarter in the opening round of the 2A playoffs. It's Brush 14, Rifle 7 on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. The Bee Diggers put together a 60-yard drive and an excellent catch by Wiley Eicher. Caught that at about the 15 and just kept going along the right sideline, dove and scored. And the Bee Diggers lead 14-7. Rico to kick it off. This return game for Rifle is pretty good. That's a line drive, and it's going to be bouncing at the 5-yard line. It's still bouncing. Ryland Lane picks it up at the 4, straight ahead to the 15, and he's down at about the 16. Oh, that took a Bee Digger bounce beautifully. And now we have a Brush Bee Digger down at about the 12-yard line. Hopefully that is not serious. But they just removed the helmet of the injured player. Flat on his back at the 12-yard line as a Bee Digger is a representative of the Rifle medical team is out there. Well, that's Percy Odell. Okay. Well, he's now sitting, so that's good news for him. That's a good sign for him. Hopefully just got the wind knocked out of him. He's a good, solid, tough player. And again, you play on special teams. You get down there first on special teams like Odell did. You know there's going to be contact, either with the tackle, with blocking. There's just going to be collisions all over the place. And Odell gets up under his own power. And Rifle will have the football, their second possession of the third quarter, as the Bee Diggers have a touchdown run and a touchdown catch in this game, and really a touchdown run and a touchdown pass, both by Eric Rico. And not good field position at the 16-yard line for Rifle. And unlike the Bee Diggers, who, yeah, they've had 2 big plays, and they're both touchdowns, the Bee Diggers have not relied on huge plays to maneuver the ball down the field. But ironically enough, Brush has scored on big plays. 1st and 10 for the 16. Gross out of the gun. Perfect snap. He's going to hand it off on the counter right side, and stumbling, looks like Ryland Lane, maybe to the 20. And tackled by Axton Haswell, a gain of 4 for Ryland Lane, who only had over 100 yards rushing the entire season. So they kind of throw him in there to keep the Bee Diggers off balance, just so they don't key in on Isaac Valencia. 2nd down and 6 to go for Rifle at their own 20-yard line. Capacity crowd on a gorgeous Saturday afternoon in the first round of the 2A playoffs. Again, out of the gun is Logan Gross. Receivers to the left and right. Low snap. There's the give on the left side. Back towards the middle, and nothing. Maybe a loss. And that time it looked like it was Valencia. He was thrown down by the middle of the Bee Digger defensive line. The Coltrane and Jimenez were in there. 3rd down will give them a yard. 3rd down and 5 to go. With 3:15 to go in the third, the Bee Diggers up by a touchdown. Big conversion now needed for Rifle. At their own 21-yard line. Man in motion to the right is Silva. Rolling to his left is Gross. Looking, pass underneath. A diving reception. It's caught for a 1st down at the 33 by Tristan Sheets. That should be a catch. Threw against his body. Oh, how about this? An eligible man downfield. That's coming back. It nullifies the gain of a 1st down. It would have been a 12-yard pickup. But that is nullified by the penalty. And now you've got 3rd down and 10 from the 16-yard line. Bee Diggers defended that play fairly well. Keep in mind, Gross was 6 of 19 in the first half for 88 yards, but 38 of those went to the distance there to Joe Valencia. Brush looking to make another defensive play. The defense has carried the day. But the offense has certainly had things to say that are positive as well. 3rd and 10 from their own 16. Gross is back to throw. Plenty of protection. Here come the Bee Diggers. Rolls out to his right. Gross is being hit. Throws in the run. And it's incomplete. It falls harmlessly to the turf at the 32-yard line. All types of pressure by Brody Dick. He nearly went down at the 3-yard line, but Gross got rid of it. And Rifle has to punt. The Bee Diggers really liked this matchup when they saw the bracket come out. You get the number 1 seed, Delta, which has a huge lead today on Alamosa, and the 4 seed Berthoud, which has allowed just 47 points all year and gave up just 6 to Wellington. On the opposite side of the bracket, the Bee Diggers can do it on this side of the bracket to get to the state title game, but it's one game at a time. And there is the punt by Valencia, end over end. And it's fielded by Calvillo at the 47. Speed to burn at the 45 of Rifle. Still along the sideline, and he steps out of bounds inside the 40 to about the 37. Return of about 16 yards for Juan Sanchez Calvillo. Down to 2:26 to go in the third, and the Bee Diggers up by a touchdown looking for more. And you know what's going to happen here. Hopefully no penalties. Just utilize your big back, Richie Bruno, who has carried the ball 22 times for 145 yards. On 1st and 10 for Brush. Rico looking back at his 3 running backs behind him at the 37. Rico will hand it off to, oh, now we got a flag down. Did somebody move? Yep. That would be a false start against Brush. You don't need that because even though they've got a touchdown through the air, it's the only pass that has been completed by Eric Rico in his 5 attempts. And the one thing you want with just over 2 minutes to go is to carry this lead into the 4th quarter with the ball. All you need is a first down for that. Sanchez Calvillo will check in. Ludgate is out. 1st and 15 for the Bee Diggers at the 42-yard line of the Rifle Bears. 3 in the backfield for Brush. Rico on the misdirection of Sanchez Calvillo, swinging it to the outside, and he's tripped up from behind for a loss of 1 at the 43. Well, that's an excellent play. I'm not sure who made it there. There were a couple of Bears out there. Well, Calvillo, they say, was able to trip his way back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 15 from the 42. Got to figure out some magic with this Rifle defense, as solid as they've been, even though they've given up 2 touchdowns. Not easy to pick up 15 yards with solely the ground game. At the 42 of Rifle. Rico's going to keep it himself on the bootleg. He's going to take a huge loss back to the 46 to his left. They read that perfectly. A loss of about 4. They might give him the 45. And now all of a sudden, it's 3rd down and 18 to go for Brush. By the time this play commences, we'll be inside of 1 minute to go in the 3rd. Checking back into the game is Omar Silva defensively for Rifle. The Bee Diggers came up with a special play on 3rd and 10 that resulted in the touchdown catch by Eicher. Now you've got 3rd and 18. You could keep it on the ground and maybe pick up 8 or 10 yards, and Rifle might be surprised by a running play. 3rd and 18. Rico is back to throw. Rico rolls out to his left. He's going to throw it out of bounds. He had nowhere to go. Into the Bee Digger bench, and the Bee Diggers will have to punt with 43.1 seconds to go in the 3rd. Not a good possession for Brush, and why? Because it started off with a penalty. You start off with a penalty, and you put yourself, as they say, behind the 8 ball. Now, one thing that they've done very well is keep the ball away from Logan Gross. You don't want a special teams miscue resulting in a score. Bee-Diggers are counting players out there. That's dangerous. They might have to take their first time out. Play clock is about 6 seconds now at 5. Bruno's got to get the snap quickly. It's at 3, awaiting the snap. They're not going to get it off unless they call a timeout, and that's going to be a penalty. Anyway, the Bee-Diggers were moving. That'll be a penalty against Brush, and it will be a false start. Well, they've got to get it together. They've got to get it together because that's a normal punting situation. Now you're backing up Bruno that much more, as it is 4th down and 23 from the 50. And Bruno certainly has the leg to get it into the end zone. But you have to have the angle to avoid Logan Gross making contact with that football. High snap, and Bruno has the ball, goes through his hands. He picks it up, runs to his right. Now he kicks it high and short. It'll bounce at the 40-yard line, take a huge Bee-Digger roll, and down to the 32. What a play by Bruno. Again, we've had 2 high snaps. That one went through his hands, and somehow he's able to get a 19-yard punt. That could have been horrendous for Brush. He ran out of it and was able to boot it on the run and still got a beneficial roll. 1st and 10 for Rifle at their own 31. The Bee-Diggers lead 14-7. 31 seconds to go in the 3rd. Gross out of the gun, running back to his left. There's going to be the give and the run on the right side. That's a big one for Valencia. He breaks loose across the 50, and then he's tackled by Cox across the 40 of Brush to about the 37. Huge gainer. It's a pickup of 29 yards for Isaac Valencia. They want to get a play off before the end of the quarter at the 40-yard line officially. There's the give. Valencia stutter steps, but this time the Bee-Diggers throw him down for a gain of about a yard. Axton Haswell made the play. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Brush 14, Rifle 7 in the opening round of the 2A high school football playoffs on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. 2nd and 9 for Rifle. Let's begin the 3rd quarter. There's the pitch left to Valencia, swinging it to the outside, and he's down after a short gain of 2. He tried to toe the sideline, but there was no way. Too many Bee-Diggers out there in pursuit to make the hit, including Tanner Ludgate. 3rd down and 7 to go. Valencia just had a big 29-yard run, but he's been contained pretty well. 46 yards on 7 carries. The Bee-Diggers lead 14-7 on this side of the bracket as well. Late in the 3rd, University leads Florence and Greeley 12-7. On 3rd down and 7 to go. Receivers split out to the left and right for Rifle. Awaiting the snap out of the gun is Logan Gross. He's going to fake. He's going to run to his right. All types of running room to the 35-yard line of 1st down. Along the sideline, he's out of bounds. Bee-Diggers don't want to make a tackle. They did out of bounds, but no late hit. Across the 25, it's a 1st down. Logan Gross needed 7 yards. And he picked up 17. That puts him at 111 yards on 10 carries. At the 20-yard line of the Bee-Diggers. Rifle, the number 3 seed, attempting to avoid the upset. At the 20-yard line, can the Bee-Diggers come up with a turnover? Gross runs up the middle, now back to his left, and the Bee-Diggers have him, but it's still a sizable gain of 6. Hunter Proctor was around the football. He made the first hit, along with Sanchez Calvillo. Gain of 6, 2nd down and 4. Gross, a senior, is going to make sure that if Rifle goes down in this game, he's going to be going down swinging. He's going to be aggressive and go down swinging, so to speak. 2nd down and 4 for Rifle at the Brush 14-yard line, looking for the equalizer with a touchdown and an extra point. There's the handoff on the right side. Valencia spun down for a loss by Richie Bruno. might have been able to get right back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. 3rd down and 4. And that was right up the gut on that give. Third and 4 from the 14. Rifle has 2 plays to make 4 yards to extend the drive. They won't go for a field goal here. No way. Now with 9:48 to go in the game in a limited kicking game. Although Sterling Cook can certainly nail it from here. Gross is back to throw, middle of the pocket, steps out to his left. He's getting chased, and the ball is nearly picked off. In fact, it's fumbled away, and the Beat Diggers have it. I don't think that was a pass. Oh, it was a pass. Cole Curtis nearly picked it off. I think the Beat Digger coaches were hoping that that was indeed a fumble and not a pass because Gross's hand went forward, and Curtis had it right in his hands, dropped it, and picked it up, but they're saying that's an incomplete pass. And that's tough to decipher whether that's a good call, but there would have been no debate. If Curtis snags the ball out of the air, it would have been an interception based on that ruling. 4th down and 4. What a play by Brush. One more, and then you can take the ball deep in your own territory, utilize that running game, chew some time off the clock. As the timeout is called by Rifle, their season right now is on the line early in the 4th quarter, with the Beat Diggers up 14-7. And a 4th down and 4 in the red zone for the Bears. Whether you're a traditional or non-traditional student looking for an associate's degree or a specialized certificate, visit njc.edu. And since 2003, Western Engineering Consultants has been providing big firm product with small firm relationships. Visit westerneci.com for more. 4th and 4 from the Beat Digger 14-yard line. Big play coming up. Man in motion to the right is Cook. Gross will keep it, run to his left. 1st down to the 10. Still on his feet. Proctor chases him down, but it's all the way inside the 5 to the 3. A pickup of 11 for Logan Gross. Again, he's going to take matters into his own legs. And I think that was fairly predictable, but easier said than done. And it is 1st and goal. During the halftime break, we played that double overtime game 11 years ago this week. Well, we could be headed overtime here. Let's see. Out of the gun on 1st down. Gross up the middle. Gross towards the end zone. Gross dives, and he scores. 3 yards away for Logan Gross. Are they going to go for 2? Nope. They'll kick the extra point, I believe. Well, let's see. Let's see what happens. They could go for 2. They're down by a point. Yep. This is not bad strategy at all. They'll go for 2 for the lead. Rifle has trailed or been tied the entire game. Gross will take it himself more than likely. Gross up the middle. Gross dives, and I think he's in. He's in for the 2-point conversion. 9:01 to go in the game. Rifle has taken the lead. It's Rifle 15, Brush 14 on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. The Rifle Bears got a 3-yard touchdown run by Logan Gross, and he scored for the 2-point conversion. Rifle with just over 9 minutes to go leads Brush 15-14. Very good games going on this side of the bracket, as Florence was up 7-6 at halftime, but University's got a 12-7 lead in the 3rd. Well, no panic for the Beat Diggers. Keep in mind you've got a solid ground game. You can't commit turnovers. You haven't done that yet. You've got an excellent field goal kicker in Eric Rico. Although it's not like there's 4 or 5 minutes to go in the game. There's 9:01 to go, and the Beat Diggers on their first drive took up 6 minutes. So hard to chew up the remainder of the clock. But not hard to utilize the ground game with the way they've been going. Martinez with a line drive kick. It bounces to the 9-yard line. Eicher along the sideline to the 20. Stutter stepping, and he's down at the 24. This is it for Brush. This is the drive that could define whether the Beet Diggers advance in these 2A state playoffs. Down for the first time in the game, 15-14, with a ball at their own 25-yard line. Rico is under center, 3 in the backfield. No receivers in on this set. Handoff left side, and Bruno. Nope, that's Ludgate, held up. Well, no, that was Coltrane. Check that. A gain of 1 to the 26. I guess they were trying to throw off Rifle a bit because that's only the second carry of the game by Cole Curtis. 2nd and 9 from the 26-yard line. Eric Rico will hand off to Bruno running right. There's a flag down. Offsides against Rifle. Offsides against the Bears. That's a huge penalty. 2nd and 9 becomes 2nd and 4. So the football will now be placed at the 31-yard line. And quite frankly, the Beet Diggers are not thinking field goal. Now with this much time left in the game. But a field goal would give them the lead, trailing 15-14. 2nd down and 1. Check it. 2nd and 4 at their own 31. There's the give right side and close to a first down. That is Tanner Ludgate on that quick hitter right at the stick. Even with a stick, only his 5th carry for 17 yards. They're giving him the first down. At the 35-yard line, Rifle leads 15-14. 3 in the backfield once again, and 2 Beet Diggers jumped. Had to be something with a snap count. Looked like a left tackle and a right tackle both jumped. It'll be 1st down and 15. Brush is going to be awfully good for a little while. Maybe a long while with a lot of good, solid young talent. 1st and 15 with a ball at the 30-yard line. The clock reads 7:43 to go in the game. Rico on the misdirection to Calvillo. Swinging it to the outside. Sanchez Calvillo is going to run out of bounds. He had no room. Excellent contain over there by the Bears for a loss of 3 or 4 at least to the 26. Wow, 2nd and 19. This is not the ideal situation for Brush. Other teams have better passing games and can do something. Brush has got to figure it out right now. Well, it's not only about execution, it's about the play call. 2nd down and 19 for the Beet Diggers. At the 26-yard line, Rico is back to throw, steps up, throws deep over the middle. The pass is going to be intercepted at the 45. Pretty much a jump ball picked off by Logan Gross. Intended for, I believe, Hunter Proctor out there. And it is picked off. First turnover by the Beet Diggers. Well, now you got to play some defense. No, that's Eicher. Check it. Eicher was the intended receiver. That's just a 6'5" guy doing what he does. Rifle at the 44-yard line. Now you got to show up defensively. Still plenty of time to go in the game. 7:24. Rifle leads 15-14. Out of the pistol. There's the pitch right. A flag is down and across the 50 and run out of bounds is Valencia. Close to a first down, but this penalty appears to be against Rifle, and it is for an illegal formation. Yeah, Brush needs some of that right now. They need some of that. They need to be the beneficiary of a penalties or a turnover. That turnover might not hurt the Bee Diggers because it was not on the plus side of the field. First down and 15 for Rifle at their own 39-yard line. If Rifle and University wins, University comes to Rifle for a 2A quarterfinal. The Bee Diggers trying to avoid that from happening with a victory. Left hash mark, naked backfield. Gross out of the gun, low snap. Going to take off with a football off the draw. He's got a seam to the right side, towards the right sideline, snaps out of a tackle along the 40-yard line, cuts it back to the 30, and now down to the 27. The Bee Diggers look tired. It's a gain of 34 yards and a first down for Logan Gross and the Rifle Bears. And if they score here, then you're, at the very least, you're going to need a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. I'm surprised they didn't do more of this earlier. Logan Gross, 165 yards on 14 carries. First and 10 from the 27 from the gun. In brush territory. Bee Diggers coming with pressure. The handoff and stuffed in the backfield. A loss of 2 or 3. Richie Bruno and Axton Haswell made the play on Ryland Lane. They read that perfectly. Back to the 28. Second down and 11. Need at least 2 more plays, maybe 3 more like that. Clock is not yet a factor. Midway through the quarter. Rifle leads Brush 15-14. Second down and 11 to go for the Bee Digger 28. Again, Gross from the gun. Receivers split out each side, letting the play clock run down. Awaits the snap. Man in motion to the right is Sterling Cook. And this will be an option. Cook will take off with the football, tries to break out of a tackle, and he lunges inside the 25 to the 24, gain of 4. And the Bee Diggers with containment there. Andrew Herrera made the hit. There we go again. Another big play. Third down and 7. Bee Diggers need to make this. Third and 7 from the Bee Digger 24-yard line. Bee Diggers have all 3 timeouts. 5:07 to go in the game. Logan Gross with receivers out to the left and right and 2 in the backfield. A modified pistol formation. There is the pitch right. The Bee Diggers need to make a play. And cutting it back is Valencia. And there could be a face mask. He's down at the 25. But I believe that Hunter Proctor grabbed the face mask, and that's going to be a first down for Rifle. Yep, that's exactly what it is. But is it a 5-yarder? Let's see. Didn't see it as a personal foul. He didn't call personal foul face mask, but he was there to make the play, but went too high. It will be a 5-yard face mask. Now it's third down and 3. At the 20-yard line. Well, they're going to go for it if they don't make it. That's to get 3 yards, 2.5 yards. When you have Logan Gross as your quarterback, is not that tough. Brush has got to take a chance. At the Bee Digger 20, third down. And we'll call it a short 3. Gross, right up the middle, maneuvers, first down, and he backs to the 15, gain of 5. He's just following his blocks, that's it. Bee Diggers at some point, they're not going to do it now, use timeouts. First down and 10 at the 15-yard line. Bee Diggers have either led or been tied most of the way until Rifle took the lead on Logan Gross's 3-yard run and 2-point conversion in this fourth quarter. At the 15-yard line, Brush has got to come up with a big one defensively. 2 receivers out to the right side, 1 to the left. Gross is going to pitch it right. Here is Ryland Lane towards the outside. He's spun down by Bruno after a gain of 1 yard at the 14. Second down and 9. The Bee Diggers take a timeout. Okay, they want to preserve as much time as possible. They take their first of the 3 allotted timeouts. 4:05 remaining. The visiting team was 4-0 in the series until Rifle won here on September 22nd, 28-14. Rifle looking for a season sweep, but it's a lot tougher the second time around. Rifle committed a big turnover to begin the game, and Brush would love to get one of those now. I think the turning point of this game was that third down play. Brush is up 14-7. Cole Curtis nearly caught it out of the air. Instead, Rifle went for it, picked up a first down, and scored shortly thereafter. Curtis nearly made an incredible play, which would have kept the Bee Diggers in the lead, but certainly not an easy play to make. Second down and 9. Rifle with the ball at the Brush 14-yard line. And I don't see anything else in Logan Gross carrying this football. He's got it. He'll fake the pitch. He'll run to his right towards the outside. He stops, cuts it back. He runs into Bee Diggers at about the 10. Second timeout called by Brush. They might even give him the 9-yard line. He's so big and strong. You make first contact, he's not going down. And a face mask as well. Holy Mahungus, a first down. I never saw the face mask, but that's going to be a first down. So a gain of 4, and then the ball is just inside the 5-yard line. Now Brush is in a major hole. Rifle has really come to play in this fourth quarter. Bee Diggers take their second time out. And you know what's going to happen here. You've got to take your chances with going after Gross, but you've got to bring him to the ground. That's the key. Can you bring Logan Gross to the ground before he picks up 3 or 4 yards? The Bee Diggers were doing an excellent job on him in the first half. But now he's got 178 yards on 17 carries. He had 167 on 17 carries back in September. Bee Diggers have 1 timeout remaining and 3 minutes and 55 seconds to go in the game. First and goal from the 5. Gross hands it off. Valencia up the middle. He drives towards the end zone. And he is in. Touchdown for Valencia. Now they kick the extra point. Now there's a flag down. What happened here? Post-play penalty against the Bee Diggers. Unsportsmanlike Brush. That doesn't help. If they go for 2 again, they go up by 2 possessions. If they make it. Nope. Sterling Cook's going to attempt the extra point. How about block this thing? Block that kick. Do something to keep it at a 7-point game. Low snap, and then he's going to run to his right. Silva's going to throw it into the end zone, and it's broken up at the goal line. I don't know what happened. I don't think that was a design play. All of a sudden, the Bee Diggers still find themselves down by only 7 with 3:49 to go. It's Rifle 21, Brush 14 on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Off the Logan Gross interception, the Bears go down the field. They score for the second time in the fourth quarter. A 5-yard run by Isaac Valencia. They lead 21-14. They kick off with a Brush 45 following the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty following the touchdown. Brush is going to watch out for some sort of onside kick. That is a possibility. And this will be squibbed and down at about the 19-yard line. Good job of just corralling that football That's either Odell or Haswell. That's Haswell. And now the Bee Diggers with one final drive. A touchdown and a 2-point conversion will give them the lead and perhaps the game. But you cannot commit any penalties. You've got the ball at the 20-yard line. And if you're going to run the ball, you got to get right up to the line of scrimmage. You cannot waste any time. It takes a long time to go 80 yards unless you have a huge play. And Rico in the game has thrown 8 passes and has got 1 for a touchdown and an interception. Hand off to Bruno, right side, breaks a tackle along the right sideline to the 30. Bruno still on his feet to the 40. Bruno carrying defenders, and a first down and a gain of 24 to the 44. Richie Bruno taking this game, at least right there, into his own hands. Bruno does not want the Bee Diggers to go home. Richie Bruno now with 169 yards. Clock continues to roll. Handoff left side to Bruno. Bruno is held up, but then he dives to the 46-yard line before he's stacked up over there by Gabe McGregor. Second down and 8 yards to go. Bruno now with 24 carries in the game for 171 yards. Brush again in no hurry, especially after that big play. Trailing 21-14 inside of 3 minutes to go in the game. On second down and 8 to go for the 46. Rico on the counter to Sanchez Calvillo, trying to take it to the outside. He's going to be held up, and he's going to be thrown down maybe at the line of scrimmage. Bee Diggers might take a timeout. We'll see. Yeah, that didn't work. They tried to utilize his speed to the outside, but Rifle was quick to the ball. It's going to be back at the 45. Nope, 46. Brush is going to call their final timeout. 2:47 to go in the game. The Bee Diggers have a third down and 7 to go at their own 46-yard line. You don't need to pass it here. You certainly can run the ball, get up to the line of scrimmage. If you pick up a first down, you still have well over 2 minutes to go at about probably the 40-some-odd yard line in Rifle territory. So no need to panic. No need to hurry. Then the decision would be made if the Bee Diggers scored touchdown, would they go for 2 and steal a win in Rifle? Third down and 7 to go for Brush at their own 46-yard line. Lining up middle of the field. Richie Bruno has played an incredible game. And back to throw is Rico, looking, stepping up, rolls out to his left, flush, sets up, throws deep up the left side. There's a defender out there, and it's nearly intercepted. You got a long shot of completing that pass. Near the sideline. Sterling Cook nearly came up with a pick. The Bee Diggers had Brody Dick and Hunter Proctor in the area. This is it. This is the season for Brush. If they do not pick up a first down on this play, Rifle wins the game because they have no timeouts. It's actually closer to the 45. We'll call it 4th down and 8. Brush cannot afford a delay of game penalty. They're looking for the play. Eicher's got to get it in quickly, very quickly. 4th down. Brush on their own side of the field. Looking to pull off something special. Rico is back to throw, steps up, throws out to his right. There's a man out there, and it's tipped up incomplete. Oh, man, overthrown. Ludgate was open at the 35, but the ball hung forever, and it falls incomplete, and Rifle takes over on downs. Oh, such a well-run pattern by Ludgate, but it was thrown a little bit high. And with 2:29 to go, Rifle would have to fumble it away. They cannot go into victory formation yet. They're going to have to run some plays, but Brush's chances are down to almost zero. At the 45, Logan Gross runs to his left. Logan Gross then is going to be stacked up at the 43-yard line. Gain of 2 before he's driven back. The game was there for the taking, but Logan Gross is just too good. 180 yards on 18 carries. Clock continues to roll. The Bee Diggers might be able to get the ball back with about 15 seconds to go in terrible field position, trailing 21-14. They're just going to let the play clock run down as much as possible. I mean, you have to tackle the ball now. You cannot even attempt to tackle the player. Tackle the ball and see if somehow you come up with it. At the 43 of Rifle. This is Logan Gross with a handoff up the middle, running to his right and down at the 40. Looks like that is Valencia. He scored the touchdown moments ago. 3rd down and 5. Now you really have to tackle the ball because Valencia corralled that football with both arms. 1:13 to go in the game. So this is what's going to happen. Gross is going to get the snap. He'll probably run it. Bee Diggers hold him up, and they'll take all the time they can off the clock. Then Rifle will call a timeout and maybe even go for it if it's a 4th and short. On 4th and 5 from the Bee Digger 40. This is Gross running to it. No, he's going to throw a pass. It's going to be caught at the 20, to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown by Valencia, but there's a flag down. There's a flag down at the 30, and that's going to go against Rifle. He was wide open. I'm surprised they even tried that ineligible man downfield against Rifle. That's a really risky play, but the touchdown is nullified from 40 yards out. And that clock should not re-roll. That should not restart. 42 seconds to go. If it restarts, that's going to doom the Bee Diggers. But even at that, they ran a play. And if they don't restart the clock, but it's 3rd and 10. And now because they ran a play, they could almost go into victory formation, and Brush would not touch the ball. Well, I think Coach Leba is going to run a play on 3rd down and 10 from the Brush 45. Logan Gross, option right, will pitch it right along the sideline. Bee Diggers trying to tackle him out of bounds in Valencia, but I believe he stayed inbounds across the 40 to the 38. Gain of 7. That should be it. The Bee Diggers are not going to be able to, well, they can't stop the clock, and I don't think Rifle has to run another play. The Rifle Bears have advanced to the 2A state quarterfinals as they rally with 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns and defeat the Bee Diggers for the 2nd time this season. Final score, Rifle 21, Brush 14. It's a 1-minute break on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. The Brush Bee Digger football season comes to an end as we welcome you to the Bee Digger post-game show. Bee Digger post-game show on this Saturday afternoon from Rifle is brought to you by Advanced Agri Solutions. Now is the time to begin your planning for next year's growing season. Get a full plan of seafood and water for your field. Call Dusty or Roxy 970-571-2024. The Bee Diggers led 7-0 on a 28-yard scoring run by Eric Rico. Back came Rifle with a 38-yard touchdown pass in the 2nd quarter to Joel Valencia. The Bee Diggers grabbed a 14-7 lead, 32-yard touchdown pass from Rico to Wiley Eicher. But then a big play on a 4th down. Logan Grossen scored from 3 yards out, made the 2-point conversion, picked off a pass, and then he gave it to Isaac Valencia, who tallied a 5-yard run, and Rifle moves to 10-2, 10-1, the Bee Diggers, and their season at 6-4. Visiting Bee Diggers got a great game from Richie Bruno, 24 carries for 171 yards. Eric Rico had 5 carries for 47. Juan Sanchez Calvillo 4 for 6. Tanner Ludgate 5 carries in the game for 17 yards. Cole Curtis had 2 for 3. Rico passing was 1 out of 9 for 32 yards and a pick. And again, the lone touchdown, a 32-yarder to Wiley Eicher. Logan Gross, 18 carries for 108 yards, making 180 yards, 180, as they had 345 total yards of offense to 272 for Brush. Isaac Valencia in the game had 11 carries for 61 yards. Ryland Lane had 4 for 10. Omar Silva, 2 for 6. But again, Gross had 19 passes at halftime. In the second half, only 1 out of 4 for 5 yards. So he threw for 93 yards. But nonetheless, Rifle did what they had to do in their home field, rallying and coming up with big plays in the fourth quarter as they ended the Brush Bee Diggers season. But congratulations to all the Brush seniors who just played their final high school football game. Well, we've got a little break now until the basketball season. Many of these Bee Diggers will be either on the basketball court or on the wrestling mat. And they're pretty much already practicing as the winter season will get underway momentarily. A valiant effort, let's just tell you quickly. And the other games today in 2A, not sure if we have any finals yet. Colorado Prep Scoreboard Show coming up from 3:30 to 5 with Kevin Schaefer. Yeah, I don't think anything is refreshed too much. University had that 12-7 lead in the third quarter. Now 26-15 in the fourth. So University and Rifle will play next Saturday right here in Rifle. I'm John Beltran. Have a great afternoon, a wonderful weekend. God bless to all with a final score once again in the opening round of the 2023 Class 2A football playoffs. Rifle 21, Brush 14 on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network.